Lots of movies are made on the mother-son relationship. We are making movies on the father-son relationship too, but not as many. Also because with the father and son relationship, as in life as well as real, there is a sense of slight distance. And the film says that even in the dialogues. The father and son will have, maybe from the son's side, the father's side, and in some cases, the father-son relationship is also beset by problems of ego. It's a far more complicated relationship than a mother and son. Yeah. Mother and son, there's love and boom, that's it. So talk to me about exploring that.
I personally don't believe that it's the equation between a mother and son and the father and son that is so different from each other. Mm-hmm. I just think it depends on the kind of people the father and the son or the mother and the son are. Coming to Sarzameen in particular, I just think that I always liked to look at it as two men who are both having to deal with generational trauma. I'm not going to elaborate on that because that's what the film is about in a large way. But these are two men with very similar problems, who are not yet brave enough to face their own vulnerabilities. And that fear of what is inside of them comes from having to deal with generational trauma for both of them. So at one point, I truly do think that the film makes you forget that it's the father and son, but it's just two men who are having to deal with each other. And that's the beauty of how the film is written for me personally. And it's a very young dad who is still not fully at a stage in life where he's now able to look back at what happened to him and look at it objectively, and having to deal with his own son, who in a lot of ways is dealing with very similar problems for which the father himself is yet to find a solution to.
Wow.
So that way, I think it's a beautifully complex relationship between the father and son. And, I actually thought it was so good for me as an actor to be able to do this with a new actor. So yeah, this was Iggy's debut film. This was the first time he was on set facing a camera. And I thought it was wonderful for me as an actor to be able to do this with an actor who is discovering himself for the first time in front of a camera, because that actually lent itself really well to how Ibrahim conceived the character.
One world, your station.